nobody wants to cry. I say everybody wants to laugh,
Hey, what's up?
but nobody wants to cry.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody wants to laugh, and nobody wants to cry. You know, early on in a relationship, you did something that's called love bombing. If you really want to know the definition of it, we have a nice thing called Google, and you can go on it and figure it out, and determine your own little definition of it. But you know, I never had an ego. Things that I was good at, I was comfortable about. But early on, you used to say, "Oh, you're so good looking, and this and that, and blah 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 blah." And you used to say to me, "Oh, you know you are." No, I don't know I am. I have no ego like that. I have none. You know, I mean, I I, I really don't understand the this kind of this kind of behavior. You know, we weren't together at the end before I came out here this last time. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, just how things worked. I mean, it was really, now in hindsight, I could see that there was some involvement there, and uh, um, the hasty timing of getting me out as fast as you could now makes sense to me. You know, you don't have to talk to me, and to be honest with you, it hurts me. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts me a little bit if I never talk to you again. It will hurt me if I can never communicate with you again. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no tough guy. I'm gonna go around lying and saying that it wouldn't bother me. But you know what? I knew when you got me to this point of being, and kept pushing me away and pushing me away to the point where I felt like you were pushing me away from my kids, then it got different. It got different to the point where my intuition showed me that it was absolutely correct. Over and over and over again. And all those times pleading with you about different things, that was all just signs. Signs of what was to come. And I wish I could have all put it together earlier, and I would have dodged this bullet. This bullet of homelessness. You see, it's not that you put me out or that I'm homeless. It's the way that you did it. And it's the way that you gave very little concern or care. That will not go unseen. That affected me permanently, mentally, like you don't know. Also, medically documented, clinically documented. Everything that I knew already, that I taught myself over the years about this situation, I was right. I was absolutely right. But you still keep denying it all. There's a test for it, There's a test. straight up test where cut and dry. I mean, pretty much it's cut and dry. You can't fool psychoanalyst, psychiatrist, or even a medical. Yeah. But any kind of mental doctor. I've been up all night. I'm not thinking right. Fucking cold outside. Rainy. Snow is coming tonight. I have no idea what I'm going to do tonight. I have no idea. I mean, look, I'm in these woods over here. No tent. No nothing except this coat. Haven't ate since yesterday morning, early. I'm not going back to that mission. I'm not. I refuse to. The other night was it. And you know what? If this ends up my only resource, I will check myself into PPH. And all that will be documented as a mental breakdown. Because you did this to me before. And you did the same thing to me before. You put me out and then I didn't see the kids for 3 months. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time that I make a move. I think it's time that I actually get some traction. For real. Because I can't allow that to happen anymore. I can't allow this to happen anymore. I just can't. I can't. I'm going to miss Christmas with my kids in another week and a half or whatever. I'm going to... And that's all right, right? You know? When I was texting Marley last week, which I don't talk to her almost ever, but she did text me back. I said, I guess I won't see you for Christmas. I love you. And she put a sad face. And that was it. So, I know how they feel. They have no words for it. And they shouldn't have no words for it. They should have never had no words for it, to be honest with you. But, once again, going back, and I'm not pointing blame, but you're always the one to bring them into our situations. You would always put them in the car, always run them around in the car, and take off with them in the car. Like I was a stay-at-home dad. What are you rushing them away from me for? I'm arguing with you, not them. You always included them. Always. And you made me also do it by doing it. And I used to beg you at the trailer, please, let's go in here and talk. No, I'm doing it right here. Well, now this led to this. And those arguments and fights and stuff that weren't needed, that needed to be talked about and not squandered and just stopped, that was your fault. You never wanted to talk about it. You never wanted to argue, you used to say. Nobody wanted to argue. It was a conversation. Your arguments. But when somebody's conversating, that means that they're giving a little bit of them and they're taking a little bit of somebody else. You know, it's not all one. You know, so, you know what? I'm over the fact you did what you did. But I'm not over the after behavior that's going on. You see? And by that, I feel as though you're being very foolish and not realizing really what you're doing. It's just that. I mean, I don't know what else to say anymore. But I'm not making any more threats anymore. I'm not going to say I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. That's not all ever going to happen anymore. I'm not going to use anything to talk you into anything. But you know what? You had me put in jail. You had me arrested. I feel as though you even had me pulled over when you were in Jersey the very last time. I really feel that way. I really feel that way. And there's ways for me to find out. But I really feel that way. I really do. Because as soon as you came back, it was all downhill from there. All downhill. I had no reason for you to need me to do anything then. Shit, I couldn't go to the store for you. I couldn't run here, run there for you. Go get the kids there, go get the kids there. No, I didn't have a license. But you didn't care about me. You just cared about not having to do it. And I was willing to do it. That goes to show my dedication. That goes to show my dedication. 100% my dedication. But, you know, we can go back and forth with our little ideas of all this. We could talk about it and we could figure a way out. Or we could have a guy that we absolutely don't know, that don't care about our kids, that says he does, that he protects them by law, but really, have you read anything about any of that stuff? You should. You really should. Listen, you want to look like a fool? You want to do what you want to do? Then do what you want to do. But like I said in previous videos, live by it. Please live by it. Think about the consequences at the end. For real. Think about that. Think about who you could hurt other than you. You know? And I don't care about your new toy. I don't care about any of that. I care about my children, and I care about my children's safety around whoever. And just because you call it safe does not mean nothing to me. Because the last guy, I pulled up his record, and it was horrible. And you're going from bad to worse? I mean, so don't ever expect me to trust your judgment on anybody. Please don't, because at that case I'll run it to the federal courts. Honest to God. I mean, I hate courts, I hate cops, and I hate people ratting on each other. But you keep doing this, and it's gonna backfire.